Hello, my Romance Club lovers. We are still discussing this update. The first emotions subsided. There was time to think about the stories, reread what you liked, and in general, to think about the pros and cons. In the previous videos, you can find out my opinions about Love from Outer Space, Chasing You, Dracula Love Story, and Heaven's Secret. The links are in the description. Now it's time to discuss the most controversial story of this update, Seduced by the Rhythm. Some players praise it, saying that this is the best plot twist ever. Others do not understand why everything happened the way it happened and therefore disappointed in the story. Let's sort this story out. Now I will tell you why I belong to both these groups. It is necessary to say that I have an account where I play Brandon Path, and I have the second account where I play Justin and Orlando Path. I'm obsessed with Brandon, my cutie, and I like Orlando very much. So now let's discuss Brandon Path. I began to play with this account, as I was waiting for Brandon for so much time. And it is nothing to say that my expectations were met. They were overwhelmed, really. Every single minute with Brandon was perfect. I was glad to see him at the hospital, then his appearance at the contest. Justin and Brandon's reconciliation, parting with the crew, it was so emotional. Anastasia, thank you for Brandon. Thanks for all these feelings. It was perfect outcome for their relationships. And after season 2 is completed, what did I see? This episode should have this title, Wrinkles and Bishops, and Lost Hopes. After 5 years, why? I haven't expected it. Brandon, I was waiting for you so much time, just to find out you forgot about me because of your business. I couldn't collect my thoughts together, and in general, I thought that the character who appeared at the bar is the same with whom you lead a love line. What a surprise was for me the fact that it is Brandon for everybody. What? Why? Well, I think it's time to finish the discussion about Brandon Pass and move on to Justin Orlando Pass. Just to conclude my thoughts, it was perfect for Brandon's fans, for Brandon Pass. I was really happy to see him, and after playing this update with him, I announced it is the best story of the update. But there is always but. I was eager to know how relationships with Orlando go, and in general I was interested in the fact when our relationships with Orlando will be revealed for Justin. How will it be? I expected so much about this, and was completely disappointed. So I went Justin Pass. Perfect relationships. It means I took all improvements with him. He even told me that he loved me. And what I got? Michelle went to take a shower, and from the first phrase, the important choice about our future love line, where are at least 2 phrases of reflections. Justin is one kind, Orlando is other kind. Who do I choose? It was so unexpected, but in a bad way. I wasn't ready to make decision this way, but of course I have no doubt and choose Orlando. Okay, let it be. And what I see after it? In short, Justin, we need to end up our relationship. Sure, yes, okay. What? So simple. And after it, they just behave like nothing has happened. They even don't tell the crew about it. They continue to think they are together. They have fun and so on, and yes, I can understand that they are adults not to have a mess about breaking off their relationships. But Justin loved me according to the plot. No single mentioning about being sad, confused, or something like this. And what the plot offers me after parting with Justin? Of course to have a talk with Orlando. But why did he come to their house? Why didn't he visit Michelle at the hospital? Why didn't he even call her to ask about her health? Orlando seems to be a logical character, and after this episode I was disappointed at him. Okay, he came to talk with Michelle. Alright, and Michelle, remember, she has parted with Justin half an hour ago. She decided to tell the crew Orlando and she are together. What? And this is not even the worst thing. What can happen even worse? I will tell you guys. After the crew found out she cheated on Justin with Orlando, their rivals, so to say, Michelle and Orlando, went to the room to calm down Orlando. What if there are a lot of people and they have sex scene in such circumstances? such a disappointment in their behavior in my eyes. I've imagined their first time different way. And again, the next disappointment. Orlando disappears from her life. How nice of him. There are so many questions about these 5 years, and I know that Anastasia will explain us everything. But it was such an unpleasant surprise for me. As I told you here, I thought that it is our Loveline who will appear at the bar. But no, it is Brandon everywhere. Why? I haven't even had good relationship with him here. I even didn't forgive him at season 1. But anyway, we have what we have. I'm so willing to know how it will continue, and it's time to make some conclusions. I love this update of Seduced by the Rhythm as much as I don't like it. I have such sense for the first time. I love one path, perfect outcome, Brandon and his appearance, perfect. And I'm so angry about other love lines. I feel pity for those who didn't go Brandon path. These players and me, personally, were disappointed about such a result of their relationships. Well, share your opinion in the comments. Do you agree with me? And I don't want to make a video about Legend of the Willow, as it is definitely the winner of this update for me. It didn't disappoint me, May behaved herself like a smart girl, and of course, romantic moments with Kazu. How I like this story. Alexander, thank you for a new fresh breath in Romance Club. Your story is in my heart. That was my top stories of this update. I shared my feelings and thoughts with you. And now I'm ready to discuss your impressions in the comments. So don't forget to join my YouTube family. I wanna thank you for your supporting words. You are the best, really. And it's high time for me to thank you for watching this video. It was Helena Verkosh. See you next video. Bye bye.